I'm always excited, and you should be excited too. Sound man has got me set. The audience is starting to fill in, and pretty much, I guess in the next couple of minutes, I'll be ready to go and drop this keynote.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? I see the red team is in full effect. How's everybody else doing? All right, I know we got to get a quick switch on the laptops. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. So you guys ready to get this conference started? I mean, really? All right. Well, let's do just that. And one of my first experiences, which is outside of that experience, was being in Hershey Park. My grandmother took me to Hershey Park when I was about 8 years old. And that was my first lesson on leadership. And why is because she was a grandmother, I was a little kid. She wasn't going to run around to every ride with me. So she said, "You know where you want to go?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, I'm going to be over here." I said, "Okay." I looked at her, saw where she was. I looked at the rides I wanted to get on, and I was on my way. And obviously, I found my way back because I'm here with you today. So that was my first lesson in leadership. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Leadership and communication. Because no matter what level you're on, that is what you're going to need in order to get what you want. From your subordinates, for yourself, from yourself, and more. The name of today's program is called Radiate the Brain and Change the Game, because that's the name of my book, and it's also the name of the book series, so that you have a better idea of why that title. The whole point of Radiate the Brain is if you have to change the way you think in order to get different results or a different outcome, whatever way you want to look at it. And it's really important, whether you realize it or not, you're all leaders. Each and every one of you. Whether you're new to the organization or whether you've been in the organization for 15 or 20 some odd years, you need leadership. You must become the leader of one before you can become the leader of some. And that's on a professional level, on a personal level, recreational, and on any other level. You must be able to lead yourself before you can lead other people. So what I'm going to do is, this is a special presentation customized for you so that you can get the best of both worlds. You're going to learn a little bit about leadership today. You're going to learn a little bit about communication and how it all works together and how the whole thing really will make you the best version of you. Does that make sense? Can I be transparent with you? The reason I'm asking you this is because if you really want to help someone, you have to be transparent. You can't give them a bunch of fluff and then expect to get results. We get enough of that in different places, from the political arena as well as the corporate arena. So again, I ask you, can I be transparent? Okay, great. I truly believe that simplicity is so crucial. So it's not important that I use a lot of 12 and 14-letter words with you. If I really want you to get value from what's going on today, I have to give it to you straight. And it needs to be simplistic. The more simplistic it is, the easier you can get value from it. You can learn something from it. And hopefully, I want you to be able to walk away with something actionable today, something that you can implement tomorrow or Monday, whatever day you're going back to the office. Now, the simple definition of nation is a community of people. But we know that sometimes nations are divided. And for all intents and purposes today, I'm talking about procrastination and imagination. We know that procrastination and procrastinators are people who really don't do anything, or they're slow to take action. They talk a good game, and they probably mean well, but for some reason, whether it's their character, their temperament, whatever it is, they don't always come through. But then you have those that rely on or cater to their imagination. And your imagination is one of the most important things in your arsenal. Here he comes. So as Rob helps me out, I'm going to show you why your imagination is critical to you. Because many times we think of things, but we just don't say anything. But for a lot of us that are and that do cater to our imagination, there's so much that can be born out of that, so much that can be manifested. I really want you to have something that you can chew on that resonates with you specifically. This is the point that's most important. Now, do I have any movie buffs in here? Who likes going to the movies? Oh, I can't even count how many of y'all it is. Well, who saw the movie Concussion? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let you know right now. Spoiler alert. I did not want to see it. I'm thinking, no explosions, no love scenes, no shootings, no computer graphics. What's there to see? But I did see the movie several months later. And boy, what a good film. And again, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, it's about this African doctor who comes to America for his big opportunity, and he goes up against the big machine. The big machine is the NFL. Well, the NFL put the kibosh on him. He's trying to explain to them why and how all these professional athletes are going through all these horrific situations of domestic abuse, substance abuse, bankruptcy, on and on and on. He finally gets his opportunity to explain to them what's going on. So he tells them, says, look, little boys, they play JV. Then they play varsity. Then they go to college. And for those that make it, by the time they get to the NFL, they've endured up to 20,000 hits. So my question is, how many hits have you endured? How many times did they make you feel like you didn't count? This wasn't for you. You're not going to get the promotion. In fact, you may even thought yourself, they don't want me. I don't have enough education, insight, experience. And those, my friends, are the concussions of life. You see, that's why I say radiate the brain and change the game. Because I can tell you for a fact, training and all the experience, all the information, I should say, education and training alone will not take you where you want to go. You have to have the right mindset. Just hearing information, writing down information is not going to be enough. You have to act on that information. It has to be one with your very being. That's how you get the results. And yeah, you may fall on your face at first, but you have to take advantage of it, put it into action. Now, I still have it. I had a microphone. I need a volunteer. Can I get a volunteer? Someone, check. Okay, yeah. Someone that's come up and help me. I need someone to read this out for me. Anyone close by, 1, 2, 3 tables. Someone, come on up. Just read this definition. You can read what's on the screen.
Okay, concussion is a noun. They are pointing to games. Number 1, a hard joke, shock.
That's crazy.
Number 2,
you're going to keep reading even though I'm talking over you?
An injury of soft structure, especially of the brain.
Really? You're going to still keep reading? Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me. I know I asked you to read it, but you're going to read the whole thing out loud when I'm talking? Give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. The reason I did that is because that's what concussions do to us. They try to stop you, preempt your program, make you stutter, second guess yourself, make you uncertain. And that's what they're designed to do. That's why when it comes to leadership, you have to know who you are and what you're capable of doing. And the only way to know that is by being in the game. And like I said on the clip, you can't get anybody on base you can't get a grand slam without somebody getting on base. It just doesn't work that way. First things first, there's a process to everything. So I want you to help me out here. I want you to read out with me, and I promise I won't interrupt you. As you see the words on the board, I want you to read them out with me. And if you know someone that has gone through that, I want you to just raise your hand and look around and see who else has the same experience. So let's start with addictions. Addictions, compulsions, read with me now. Loss of heartache, insecurity, rejection, worry. Now look around. Look all the hands up. So what's the point of it, Charles? The point is that you're not the only one. It's a common occurrence that you're going to have roadblocks. It's a common occurrence that there are going to be difficulties. Expect it. And actually, sometimes it's going to blindside you. You're not going to know where it's coming from. And honestly, it's probably, you're not supposed to know. That goes to let you know if you've got what it takes to overcome these things. Or goes to let you know what kind of leader you are. What do you do when you do come upon these things? How do you deal with it? How do you confront it? How do you get it out of your way? So I want to ask you really quick, personally or professionally, I'm just going to yell, I want you to yell out, what are your challenges on this side of the room? Somebody yell out, what are your challenges? I can't hear you. Say it again. Do I need to give her a microphone? Let me come to you, because I can't hear you. I want to know what your challenges are, just in general. You can be specific or you can be general. It doesn't matter. What are your challenges?
I don't know exactly. I gave you a name.
That's okay. Okay. But that's good, too, because sometimes we don't know. Yes. Someone over here. Someone, come on. Say again?
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance. All right, I'm going to the middle.
Fear.
Fear, like in F-A-I-R?
Fear, like
Fear, F-E-A-R.
finance. Yeah.
Finance?
Balance in life.
Balance in life. I gotta get some love to the side of the room.
No, I was saying insufficient funds.
Insufficient funds. What are some of your challenges? Someone here. What do you got? You got any challenges?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Anyone? Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes. Family. And yours? Time management. The point is, what I want to do through this presentation, I want to show you how, in leadership, how you can address some of those things. Because it's not always easy, I get that. But it can be done. It can be managed. First of all, you got to want to manage it. And then you got to think it through. And there's a lot of options, even if you don't think there are. Now, Amy Orr Ewing says, part of our problem as a society is that 40% of our focus is on things that won't happen. That's a big number. 40% out of 100%, you're starting off with a big number. 30% of our focus is on things that we cannot change. Another big number. That's crazy. That only leaves, what, 30% more of your focus? 12% of our focus is on other people's criticisms. And you know how that works. I don't like her anyway. She don't never say good morning to nobody. But how do you know what she's gone through? How do you know she's not dealing with the domestic at home? How do you know that she doesn't have a insecurity issue? Or is it you? But that's real. We form opinions about people and things, and it's not verified. We don't have the information to back up while we have an opinion about something that we really don't thoroughly understand. 10% is on our health, and that's good. At least we're thinking about our health. But it's only 10%. That's low, but at least it's good. It's in there. It's in the ballpark. And guys, I'm sorry, I got to put you on blast. For us men, we don't like going to the doctor. So if there is a health concern, it probably will get bad because we're not going to do the follow-up in most cases because we don't want to hear what the doctor has to say. We don't want to take the time to even go see a doctor. 8% of our focus alignment is on real concerns. It's a low number, but 8%. So somebody tell me, what's a real concern? What do you consider a real concern? I'm sorry? Finances, real concern. Family, real concern. Over here. Health, exactly. This number, it blew me away. I remember it from when I was a teenager. Someone said that human beings only use 10% of the brain's capacity in a lifetime. And I'm thinking, hold it, 10% out of 100? You've got to be kidding me. Even if it's 20%, That's not nearly enough. What about the possibilities, the probability, the purpose, the passion of doing something, creating something? 10% in a lifetime? That's not good, folks. There's more to us than what we realize. And you got to realize you can't win unless somebody fill in the blank. You can't win unless
Change your mind.
change your mind. What? Run faster? I didn't hear what that. Oh, that's true. But you can't win. You can't win unless you're sold out. You got to be sold out on you. You are the best thing going. I mean it. The best thing maybe in your household, maybe in your neighborhood, maybe in your department, maybe in your division, maybe in the agency. But you'll never know that unless you go all in. You'll never know that unless you really invest in you, in your resources. So who is this for? I say it's for everybody. Because if you're a manager, supervisor, in fact, are there any managers here? Fantastic. Any supervisors? Good, good, good. Any non-managers or non-supervisors? I think it's for everyone because in order to become more, you have to have the information. They call it soft skills, but they're really essential services or essential skills. You need to know customer service. You need to know communication. You need to know the insights of leadership. That's the only way you're going to grow. And I take my hats off to you for being here and sharing your time. That's one of the biggest investments you can make, your time. If you need to contact me, you have my information. Thank you once again. I appreciate you all.